Hey everybody, well, I'm going to be catering an event tomorrow, so I need to cook some briskets. Of course, I work a regular job, so I don't have all day today to be cooking briskets in a way. So I have in the past come home after work at 4 o'clock and started putting my briskets onto my offset, and then I've actually got them to a point where I like the color and the the bark of them, and I would finish them on my pellet smoker. I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm gonna see if I can get them started on my pellet smoker. I've got 3 briskets here. I'll show you here in a second. 2 were pretty large, 1 was smaller. And so I've got them positioned on the pellet cooker. I'm gonna run a water pot in there, and I'm actually gonna run a couple smoke tubes full of pellets going, so that they can kind of also add some smoke taste to these briskets before I get home later and go ahead and put them on my offset for a while. And then maybe finish them again on the pellet cooker. So let's see how this briskets. These 2 are pretty large. They're really up on the sides and all the way to the back. So I'm barely closing the lid on that one there. I had to push it back on a little further. So those 2 are pretty large. I do have a water pot, and I do have a couple smoke tubes going. I started to use 2 of those just because I had them. I tried both designs. They both kind of basically work. Do they really add a lot of smoke taste? I don't know. I do trust in my offset to get me the real bark and color I want. But hey, while I'm cooking these, why not try my best to get them nice and smoky tasting? So now I'm actually set my pit boss to the smoke setting and run it. That usually runs around 200 degrees when it gets up to temp. Of course, it's off temp right now because I've been having it open. But we're gonna let these run for the next few hours. This is about 11:30. I'll be home at 4 to see how these check out. So we'll see if this comes out well. I am potentially going to ruin those. So I know those smoke tubes, they do just smolder the pellets and provide smoke to the environment, but they also provide a little bit of heat. So hopefully I don't ruin the sides of those 2 briskets and the top of that other one. But we're going to find out. Nothing like trying things out to see how it works. So I'm going to come back after 4, see how they look, and move them over to the offset. All right, well, here I am. It's 4:30. I just got off work, and I'm going to see what these things look like. It actually smells really good already. So that's kind of the cool thing about a pellet cooker, is since you don't have a bunch of fire and smoke, you really start to smell the meats. So, but anyways, I'm gonna open this thing up and see what happened while I was at work. All right, so again, the idea is, oh nice, okay. Sorry, too far. I was looking at it myself, Anyways, can I put briskets on the pellet cooker and then finish them on the offset and get good flavor, good color? Can I get them started and finish them, with a little bit of help this way? So looks like so. I got the steaminess of my water pot going. That's pretty good. Looks like those smoker tubes are diminished, so they sat and smoked. Looks like the result is that I got a real good color and bark going on this one up here that sat right above those smoke tubes. So man, I'd really like a larger pellet cooker so I could fit more in it, and maybe if I was able to put these briskets all above a couple smoke tubes, or I don't know. But anyways, so far they're looking good. They've developed somewhat of a color. The bark is set somewhat, and that one's really cool. So far looking okay. It looks like this might will definitely need some spritzing. They still do have to go ahead and start to enter into that stall where they start to push out the moisture, the water moisture inside them. So And then the places where this one's dripping onto those two might not be exactly what we like, but anyways, looks like it's going well. I was able to cook these for 5 hours and get them going while I was at work. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer them over to the offset, get a fire going, and then get them hopefully all to have a nice dark bark around the entire things, and then get them finished. All right, so finally pulling these briskets off to put them onto the offset. So I got it going, got a chimney of coals going, and then put them into the firebox and got the wood going. And so I got some flames now. It's getting up to temp, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab these briskets off of the pellet cooker and put them on the offset. Let's see them. All right, so again, that one right in the middle. It's a pretty good color. Let's see if I can get this stuff off. Oh yeah, this was, oh, that feels pretty good. Yeah. Movie magic. So that one's relatively small. I'm gonna need to spritz that there, but yeah, so one downside to running those, smoke tubes was it just right where they were sitting underneath the brisket caused that spot to be a little charred. So we'll see if we can redeem it. That is the underside, not the presentation side, but oh man, I love when juices are just drooling out of the thing. But we're gonna see if we can redeem that. This is the fatty side or the presentation side. Definitely a nice little fat small brisket, so we'll get some color on it. I'm just waiting to get more smoke taste and get the bark consistent all over. And then I've got these two larger ones. Let's hope we didn't ruin them. I moved everything real quick so I can get these out. I can see where, oh, at least that is still soft. See, I was hoping the whole thing would hold up like this. Of course, that upper one being over those smoke tubes got a little bit charred, but these ones on the side, they got colored, but they're not charry, so pretty good. These are a little larger. They could have used tipping over the cook, but yeah, it's a little hot and heavy. Actually, I should probably go ahead and turn this barbecue off. This is quite big, so I do have a 20-inch pipe, so that's a nice 20-inch brisket. So good on the sides. This part got some color, but it's still pretty soft. This is that whole side. Yeah, not bad. That is still soft. I've got 5.5 hours of cook in them. The meat's starting to get soft, so that's pretty good. Again, I wanted to be able to see if I can get them just going and cooking on a pellet cooker and then finish them on the offset. It's good looking. It sure smells good. Another larger one. Whew. Very warm. So yeah, the good thing is these fatty sides that were facing those smoke tubes, we're able to hold up to that. This one above the smoke tube, that just might have not been a great idea. But this piece of meat, this littler one, was feeling pretty good. It'll probably, of course, be done and wrapped and resting before these two get done. But yeah, I want them all to look like this small part on that brisket and the top of that one. So we're gonna get them all with a nice bark and color on them. We'll see how long that takes on the offset. All right, so Oklahoma evening, very windy, So kind of fun. I'm gonna show you this little brisket. Got a great color and bark all over it now. I'm gonna go back on the pellet cooker and start finishing it because I'm coming up on like midnight. So I believe I got a good bark, good flavor. I've done this before where I finished them on the pellet cooker, and I really like being able to just set it with my Thermo Pro meter in it, and it will alert me when it reaches the internal of 195. Relatively dark outside, but you get a good idea. My whole brisket is covered in that wonderful bark. I've been putting it on my offset for a good few hours. Had it on there from 5:30 to now, which is like 11:30. So yeah, I'm gonna put it onto my pellet cooker here. I'm gonna put a meter in it, and we'll let it get up to temp for tenderness. Right, I was actually still letting those other two larger ones kind of finish up, but this little one finished up, probe tender, and it's already up to 200. It happened faster than I thought, so I almost forgot about it or neglected it. Let's see, there it is. That goes in supremely easy and jumps right up to 200. So yeah, that's good and dark. Oh my gosh, of course that's super soft. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that, wrap it in beef tallow, and let it rest at 150 overnight, and serve it tomorrow. All right, so good color, definitely soft, soft on the outside, but when I probe it, it's still good and firm. I did get a weird spot on these. I think this is kind of, I mean, they're still bleeding off, but starting to purge that water inside at that stall period. So I think they're coming through the stall, but could be another hour or two, and I'm ready to go ahead and just move them over to the pellet cooker and let them finish. Right, and in my defense, it is 39 degrees out here. Probably should be wearing a coat. I've been bouncing in and out, monitoring temps from my phone, so anyways. Got them on the top rack, they'll be fine, kind of drooping down to, so hopefully that bark will set a little better there as they finish. They were very tight, and they're sitting at 164, 168 actually, so probably cooled down a little bit switching them over. But we're gonna shut this thing up, and it will run at 250 until they are finished. So there it is. Oh yeah. Jiggly soft. I'm going to dump tallow on it and wrap it up and rest it in the oven at 150 degrees till serving time. Here's the last one, and just I mean, a great bark. It's you know, feeling quite gelatinous. You know, I probed this point, but it's up to 200. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it, but the point's a little firm just in this section right here. So I'm gonna wrap it quickly, put some tallow on it, and that should finish off. But overall, out of the 3 briskets, if this is just a little tight still, I'd be okay with it. But like I said, it's 5:30 in the morning. I'm gonna wrap it and rest these till serving time. We'll get some slice photos. So here I am. I'm at this event. I've brought brisket. Kind of catered the meat. They already provided a lot of other sides. You can see here we got a table of some goods. And I keep bread warm in one roaster, and I keep the brisket warm in another. I went ahead and unwrapped them so that I can pull them out and start slicing them and serve it. So we're gonna see how that goes, and we're gonna see what these briskets look like after starting them on a pellet cooker and finishing them on a pellet cooker. Uh-oh. So yeah, got a little undercooked at the bottom, but it's a good piece. Man.
Are we grabbing that?
Yes, okay. I will slice some up. And then there is bread in that one if you want it, like sandwich version.
Okay, for now?
You probably could, yeah. It should be warm enough.
You want me to keep filming or?
That's probably good. And the sausage. So made some sausage out of the brisket trims, and I'm slicing this thing up. Came out okay. A little overdone on the bottom, so it kind of crumbles, but super tasty and a good piece.